everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am here today posting a 1-week update on Saxenda. I realized in the last vlog that I was saying it incorrectly. It is not Sedexa, it is Saxenda. Hashtag dyslexia for the fail. Or win, I don't know, whatever. So anyway, I just wanted to come on here and give an update on what it's been like being on this medication for a week. If you don't know, I live and work in Korea, and so this is my experience on that medication while I am living here. So my channel is all about my life in Korea, things to do here, and then like a little bit of health and fitness content, like generally my life. So if you want to like and subscribe, that would be great. So getting into the updates. So if you don't know, Saxenda is in the class of GLP antagonists, I guess. It's not exactly the same as something like Ozempic or Wegovy, but it's in a similar group, and it's actually been around for longer than both of those in the sense that it's been used for weight management. Wegovy and actually like Ozempic has been around for a long time, but it was previously only used to treat type 2 diabetes. So that being said, you give it to yourself daily, and then you start on the 0.06, or it's either 0.06 or 0.6. I think it's 0.6. And then you go up to 1.2, and then 1.8, and then 2.4, and then you go all the way up to 3 milligrams a day, and then it's a daily injection. So you put it into your subcutaneous fat or other places on your body. They have like a little manual to show you like where to do it, and there's also like a lot of online materials to teach you how to do that. Oh, and also this is not intended to be any kind of medical advice. I can't advise you on any of that. I am just talking about my personal experience taking this medication. So if you are interested in it, I would advise that you go see your primary care provider. That being said, so the first day I took it, I didn't really notice that much of a difference, except for like things started moving much more slowly, if you get my drift. So constipation definitely has been a challenge with this medication on the first week. Things have just been like slower. And then what else? I did notice also like the second day, because I take my shot in the morning, the second day I did notice like the first time that I ate, I had like a little bit of stomach cramping. So, you know, like this medication is meant to like slow down your GI tract. And I do think that there was some like slowing, or I don't even want to call it atrophy, but just like slowing down. So yeah, that was another side effect. Or how I felt. And then actually it really has been very eye-opening to how hungry I was like all the time before I started taking it, because you know, like I could eat like a really big meal that included like fiber and protein and like all the things that you should have in a meal, you know, like vegetables and things like that. And then like, you know, a couple of hours later I could get hungry again and want to snack on chips or you know, something else, something sweet. So that definitely has gone away, like just the desire to eat between meals. And then when I do feel a little bit like slightly hungry, it's very like, it's not intense, I guess. So I guess like some people who take Ozempic or Wegovy, they talk about food noise and how it quiets the food noise, so you're not really thinking about food that much. And I would say for me, it's more like it's quieted my hunger. So like I didn't realize like honestly how hungry I was getting you know, even after eating like a substantial amount. So that I guess is really positive, and I think it does point to a physiological component to obesity, where like people who are overweight or obese, like for some reason when they're eating, their fullness signals are out of whack. So like either they're not making enough of the fullness signal leptin, or it's just like not being received by the brain. So I've heard of like leptin resistance. So yeah, I would say like I definitely also get fuller a lot faster. So I probably eat like around 20 to 15% less than what I ate before. So like, you know, before, if I got like, you know, like a soup and side dishes and rice, like I would probably finish all of it. Like I mean, not all the soup, but like all the rice, all the side dishes. And now I can't finish all the rice, and I just can't finish like everything. I'm finding like compared to what I could eat before. And then yeah, like I just think it's such a great tool to not be feeling like ravenously hungry. And I have before, I have another video on this, but I had lost 100 pounds naturally when I graduated college, and then like slowly over time regained that weight, sadly. Which I mean, again, like I think there's a physiological component to obesity that I think gets overlooked a lot of the time. So, but yeah, my body just was stuck at that like set point of where I was. So those were some of my side effects or symptoms. And then I will also say another side effect has been, sorry, feeling a little bit tired. I noticed one day last week, I just kind of felt like I got home from work, and like usually I like do stuff after work, but I was just so tired, like I just got in bed and fell asleep. So there is definitely some fatigue. I am working to incorporate more protein into what I am eating, just to make sure, you know, I'm getting what I need to. And also I usually don't eat like that much breakfast. I eat like a little bit of breakfast, but yeah, so I definitely am trying to eat high protein and not as much carbohydrate right in the morning to get a big glucose spike, because then, you know, you have like glucose spikes all through the day. So that has been another thing that I have been working on. And yeah, other than that, like I just feel like this is gonna be such a great tool for me. It's not an end all be all. Like if I you know, when I say I'm getting full, like I could keep eating, but I am practicing also like intuitive eating, which I had done before when I lost 100 pounds. I had read the whole book on intuitive eating, and I'm doing that also with Saxenda. But you know, I guess if you wanted to, or if you're eating like not the right things, you could definitely eat more than, or I don't know exactly what I'm trying to say. I'm just saying, like, I know that some people, they don't lose weight very much at all on this medication, which I find I mean, for me, like personally, I'm just like, wow, this has really like been a game changer. Before going on this medication, I had already lost like around 25 pounds being here, just because I exercise a lot, and then I've improved my diet a lot from when I was in the US working the COVID response and not eating well at all. So yeah, I have improved those things, and I had already lost some weight, and I went to the doctor and I was like, hey, I could really use like another tool. I've already been successful, so I'm looking for something to help me kind of keep things moving, because I had, you know, lost about like 25 pounds and then plateaued for about 2 months or 3 months. Yeah, so anyway, this has just been like really, really positive, I think, for me. Obviously giving myself a shot every day is not like great, but like it's also not the worst thing in the world. Like my whole goal of this is, like I've said, I do want to have kids like sometime, hopefully in the near future. But yeah, like I just want to like work on my health more in that sense. And obviously, like, I know I mentioned in my last video, but like health and weight are not necessarily like they're not necessarily correlated. Like one doesn't cause the other, but I do think they are linked in that like we do know that obesity is associated with other diseases. So, and also I will say obesity is like a disease that I think definitely like all the research and the evidence points to a main like physiological driver as well behind it, that really causes people to eat more. I mean, there's environmental, individual, and physiological, and like those things definitely play a role. Like obviously in the U.S. we just do not have a ton of vegetables necessarily incorporated into like our diets. Or if you do, it definitely comes at a price. Like you have to be able to afford to buy fresh fruits and vegetables, and like we just know that those tend to be more pricey and you might not have time to prepare them and etc. There's just like a lot of reasons. So yeah, all that being said, it's definitely been easier to be like healthier, I guess. I mean, not healthier. It's been easier to incorporate more vegetables into my diet here because there naturally are a lot of delicious kimchi kind of things here, like kimchi vegetables and yeah, just a lot of like fresh, delicious stuff. And I mean, honestly, eating out here is sometimes it's almost cheaper than like buying the ingredients, because a lot of times here you have to buy like a bulk pack of stuff. Like you can't just buy one cucumber, you have to buy a pack of 5 cucumbers, stuff like that. So, like sometimes it literally is just cheaper to go to the restaurant where they've already like made it. And then you just have your one serving of it. So I'm enjoying that, definitely. And yeah, I know I'm really lucky to be able to even get this. Like I'm sure Korea like has negotiated the price, because actually I think I mentioned in my last vlog, but this is not covered by Korean national health insurance. So like my office visits for the doctor are not covered, and then also like the pens are not covered. So it's like 90,000 won for the pens, which is like 70 US dollars, which is still great. Honestly, it really is. So yeah, I'm not complaining about that. It's just, I hope that this medication and also the Ozempic and Wegovy, I hope that that becomes, just like the first line treatment for obesity and helping people manage their weight. And we destigmatize those medications, just because, I'm literally just speaking from personal experience. I literally lost 100 pounds. And then I slowly gained it back over time, as we've seen like in a lot of the literature, like so many people who go through a large amount of weight loss, they eventually gain it back because your body is literally trying to like replenish your fat cells because they think you're starving. Your body thinks you're starving when you're not. And then like now just taking this, I really, I honestly cannot believe I lost 100 pounds before with how hungry I get. So yeah, that has just been so eye-opening. And I was thinking, I was laying in bed on like the second or third night, and I was thinking like, wow, like usually at this time, this is right around where I like would get back up and like eat a lot more, because I like get hungry at night, even after I've had like dinner, and like, I was laying there and I was like, I don't feel hungry at all. I wonder if this is what like people who have like a normal weight, is this what they feel like? So it honestly is just like really eye-opening in that way. So yeah. Oh, I do have one other symptom, and it's a little bit of dry mouth. So I definitely have been drinking more water, but I'm going to talk with my doctor about that when I go in to see her the next time. But yeah. Oh, and then one last thing. How much weight have I lost first week? So I am quite a large person. I don't know if I want to say my starting number. Okay, I will think about that as I'm going through this, but I will say that I've lost around like 5 pounds, which is a lot. So I'm thinking like probably some of it was water weight, and then, you know, I'm expecting it will probably slow as I continue, but oh gosh. Oh. But I am thinking like that's pretty great. You know, I do, and the thing is, like, I exercise, and I did not eat, like, terribly before. It's just that I was eating too much. So, yeah, I mean, like, honestly, I'm wondering if this is gonna be, like, unlocking the key to, like, finally getting this weight back off. And I'm really looking forward to that, in that I want to be able to like make the reproductive choices I want to, as in freezing my eggs maybe, or, you know, just being like ready to have a baby whenever I can meet the right person, or just do it like myself. So yeah, I guess that's just kind of my update. If you are curious about GLP-1s or Saxenda. So yeah, I guess that's all from me now, and have a good day, and see you in the next one. Bye!